Hi, in this lesson we are going to look at ternary operator. Ternary operator is also called conditional operator. We will see the reason. This is called ternary operator in the first place because it is going to take three operands. The first operand and second operand are separated by question mark, and second operand and third operand are separated by colon. And remember, the first operand is always boolean. So whatever expression you write here, it should evaluate to boolean. Based on the value of this boolean variable, it either executes expression 1 or expression 2. If the boolean is true, it executes expression 1. If the boolean value is false, then it executes expression 2. Let's see that in an example. Okay, let's read a number, either it is positive or negative, but we want to print the corresponding positive number. For example, if the user entered 5, we will print 5. If the user entered -5, then we will convert it to positive number, then we will print positive 5. Here we are reading a value. Then this is the way we write if condition, right? If it is less than 0, we want to change its value to positive value. Otherwise we don't need to do anything, right? If input value is -5 less than 0, which is true, in that case we are assigning minus, right? I mean, here it is nothing but it is equivalent to multiplying it with -1. So the input value will become positive value. This is one way of doing. Another way of doing is, okay, if it is less than 0, boolean value is true, then execute this one or take the value of this expression. If it is false, then take the value of this expression. So in this case also we are converting it from negative to positive. These are two ways of writing the same thing. Okay, but here this expression, it can be directly included in our print statement. This expression will be evaluated and the corresponding value will be printed. But if you see here, we are not changing the value of input variable or input value. If it is less than 0, we are simply printing the corresponding positive value. If it is greater than 0, we are just printing whatever we read. Okay, so this expression, I mean, if you properly read this one, in this expression we are not changing its value, but if you read this one here, we are changing its value. Okay, the other thing to remember is, here we have two expressions, right? Expression 1 and expression 2. So the result of this operation, like ternary operation, okay, the result of the resulting type of this operation depends on both expression 1 as well as expression 2. In this case, expression 1 is integer, expression 2 is also integer, so the resulting type is integer. Say expression 1 is a double number like 4.4. so immediately we can see that we have a compilation error. If we see the error, lossy conversion from double to int. So obviously this expression has evaluated to double. You may think that because it is the boolean value is true, it is going to execute expression 1. So because expression 1 is double, the resulting type is double. That is not the case. Let's change the values. Okay, we will change expression 2 to double. Now also you got the error, right? So because it is true, the expression 1 value should be taken, but still the result of this expression depends on both expression 1 and expression 2. Okay, now the integer is getting promoted to double, so we have to assign it to a double variable, or we have to typecast it to integer so that we can assign it to integer value. Okay, that is one thing. Then if we see one of them as float, even then the resulting value is double. Okay, let's make it integer. Now integer and float, the resulting value is float. Okay, so I believe you understood this concept, because whatever is other type is getting promoted to the proper type. Okay, so the thing we need to remember is they should be compatible. They are type compatible, because integer can be converted to double. For example, let's see another situation. For example, here the first expression is integer, second expression is boolean. Okay, As we have learned, boolean cannot be converted to integer. So you can clearly see here this expression cannot be converted to int. That is what the error message says. So the expression 1 and expression 2, they should be compatible. Okay, please remember that. You don't face such kind of scenarios when you are using if and else. So that is the reason this is not a replacement for if and else. This is a ternary operator. Okay, let's see one more example. Here we are asking user to enter a number between 1 and 10. If it is divisible by 2, we are printing it is divisible by 2. Otherwise we will print it is not divisible by 2. So this is the way we implement using if and else. I haven't included curly braces here, but it is a good practice to include curly braces like this one. Okay, we can write the same thing in a different way. Okay, we don't need to write two print statements and execute one of them. We can write a simple print statement. So here I am saying input value, based on whether it is divisible by 0 or not, I am printing either is or is not. So if it is divisible by 2, then this expression will be evaluated. Otherwise this expression will be evaluated. So I am going to get the proper message like 10 is divisible by 2 or 9 is not divisible by 2. So these are the places, I mean, where ternary operator can find its place. We can write expressions in a simple way, and we don't need to change the input value. If you see here, based on input value we can evaluate and use that expression. So these are two good examples, but there is more to ternary operator. Okay, if you want to learn more about ternary operator, please refer Java language specification. There are so many details. If you see here, there are so many details here. Okay, this is all about ternary operator. So much, I mean, the expressions can be of boolean conditional expression, numeric conditional expression, or reference conditional expression. We haven't seen reference types yet, so I'm keeping it simple. Okay, so other important point is it is write associative. So when you write this one, it evaluates to this one. Okay, but if you like writing expressions in this way, just remember ternary operator takes 3 operands. First and second operand is separated by question marks. Second and third operand are separated by colon, and based on the boolean value, either expression 1 or expression 2 will be evaluated. The result of this expression depends both on expression 1 and expression 2. These are the important points that you need to remember when you are using ternary operator. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share it with others.